that the Chamber will be the first to admit that it takes a lot of hard work and political commitment to address the menace of illegal mining. The actions you took in your first year of office were indicative of your personal commitment to leave a positive and lasting legacy for coming generations. With the implementation of the multi-sectorial mining mineral integrated project MMIP, we are assured of a holistic strategy to address the ills of illegal mining.
I'm happy to announce to this conference that Cabinet has just approved the National Supply Development Program, which seeks to address a comprehensive package strategy in bringing our local partners to work vis-à-vis with the mining companies. The value chain analysis, of course, is what we as a government, under his leadership, His Excellency President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, thought that that is the way Ghana must go. We believe the rent-seeking approach is not the alternative, but rather a comprehensive value chain analysis where local companies will be given the mandate to participate along the value chain in the mining industry.
I'm very glad to be amongst you this morning at the opening of the 2018 West African Mining and Power Conference and Exhibition, and to engage with you, leaders of the mining and power sectors of the economy. This event is an important platform to bring together various stakeholders in two of the most prized sectors of our economy as we work together to chart a path of economic prosperity for our nation. Since the Almighty has blessed our land with many minerals, mining has been and will always be part of the activities that define the Ghanaian people. The challenge we face is not whether we mine or do not mine. It is about how to undertake mining in a sustainable and responsible manner. Mining provides many of us with a source of living, but we all have a collective responsibility to ensuring that mining activities do not leave our lands degraded and rob future generations of a safe and habitable environment. There is no question but that after all these years, we have not maximized the benefits of mining, and there remains a lot to learn of best practices from other places so that we can protect the environment and reap maximum reward from the exploitation of our mineral resources. Some gains have been made, but many challenges remain, and it is time to address them. The mining sector makes very important contributions to the generation of our country's revenue. According to the Ghana Revenue Authority, except for the year 2014, in the past 6 years, the mining sector has provided the largest tax base. But the truth must be told. It is difficult for the average Ghanaian to appreciate that the country gains substantially from mining. It probably has to do with the fact that the communities in which mining has been done remain largely underdeveloped and do not show signs of being the origins of what brings wealth to so many people and places. For years, we were told the mine in Obuasi was the richest gold mine in the world. The question is justifiably asked, how come Obuasi does not show any sign that it is the home of the richest gold mine in the world? The contrast between Obuasi and Johannesburg, for example, is stark and compelling. Ladies and gentlemen, as is now well known, our nation faces a great difficulty with the activities of illegal miners, or gananciers as we call them. This is a problem that should be of great concern to the large-scale mining sector and the Chamber of Mines as well. The rise in illegal mining has no doubt been fueled not only by the unemployment problem that has blighted our nation for so long, but also by the unhealthy desire for quick riches. There must be a lot of opportunities in the mining sector to help with the unemployment of our youth. I refer in particular to our One District, One Factory program as an avenue through which we can enter the value chain addition of the mining industry. A large amount of spending by mining companies leaks from the domestic economy through the importation of several tools and equipment which Ghana has the capacity to produce. It is time to reverse this trend. Ghanaian entrepreneurs must be encouraged to work with the Ministry of Trade and Industry and the Chamber to identify opportunities in the value chain where indigenous companies can manufacture these products locally. I know that mining inputs such as caustic soda, activated carbon, and grinding media can be produced locally if businesses produce at competitive prices, in the needed quantities, and the right quality. The readily available raw materials for some of the input means that there is great potential for interested observers. The mining sector ought to be a captive market for the 1D1F initiative. We are determined to establish a new paradigm of an integrated mining industry to propel local manufacturing. The value chain of mining has huge potential for job creation, and we intend to tap into it to develop our economy. We cannot and should not continue to be merely exporters of raw materials to other countries. And I'm calling on all players in the sector to work with us to deepen the integration of the mining sector with the non-mineral sectors of the economy. Ladies and gentlemen, at the beginning of my remarks, I made reference to the state of mining communities in our country. Why is Obuasi not the most beautiful city in Ghana or the world if it hosts the richest gold mine? Why do Takwa and Prestea not look like the golden towns they are? And why does Aquatia's appearance not reflect anything about the diamonds that have been taken from its soils all these years? The distressed state of communities in which mining companies operate is nothing short of a disgrace, and we must work to change the situation. Even though mining companies have over the years complemented the work of government in these communities, I'm certain that a lot more can be done to transform the communities if government and the mining companies collaborate in an intelligent and sustainable manner. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm looking forward to the implementation of the National Essay Program. This should remove all doubts and set everybody's mind at ease regarding the volume and value of gold legitimately exported by the sector, particularly by gold-producing members of the Chamber. This is an exercise which is long overdue and has mutually beneficial outcomes for all stakeholders. That is why I commend the Chamber and the mining companies for the decision to work with the Precious Minerals Marketing Company, which has been appointed as the national assayer to assay all bullion being exported out of the country for both small-scale and large-scale mining companies. Even though the PMMC does not have presently the requisite technology to be fully operational, they now have a strong incentive to build their capacity and transform their operations, and I'm confident that they will do so expeditiously. Ladies and gentlemen, it is well known that power is critical to industry in general, and especially so for an energy-intensive sector such as the mining sector. The triple elements of the requirements of an adequate, reliable, and cost-effective power supply are fundamental to success across all sectors of industry. We need reliable and cost-competitive power supply to be able to translate into reality our desire for harnessing linkage opportunities and value addition to our gold, bauxite, iron ore, and other minerals. We must salute the PURC for implementing a 10% reduction in power tariffs a few months ago for the mining companies, as had been requested by government, and urge them to work to find scope for further reduction to help stimulate industry. It is our desire to review continually the energy mix and cost of power generation for competitive, cost-effective power tariffs. A concentration on cost-competitive generation and transmission of power should allow us to trade excess power under the West African power pool within the ECOWAS region. Ladies and gentlemen, mining invariably involves interference with the landscape. And unless great care is taken, it usually means serious degradation of the lands and water bodies. We have had to take the very tough decision to place a ban on all small-scale mining because of the alarming destruction of our environment. The ban is meant to be a temporary measure until we're able to streamline and regulate the small-scale mining sector. The Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources, led by its dynamic minister, John Peter Amewu, has worked on the Multi-Sectoral Mining Integrated Project, MMIP, to provide the needed framework to streamline small-scale mining and provide avenues for alternative employment for the Galamseyans. I'm aware that the Chamber made inputs to the production of the MMIP, which were very welcome. It must be said that the degradation of the environment in mining is not done only by illegal or small-scale miners. Large-scale mining companies have also been known to flout the rules and degrade and sometimes pollute our water bodies. It is therefore essential that we quickly strengthen the regulatory institutions so that they can vigorously enforce environmental, health, and safety laws to protect our people, our ecology, and our future. I wish you happy and fruitful interactions and deliberations, and I formally declare the West Africa Mining and Power Conference open and the exhibition duly launched.